Have you ever noticed how your mind can replay an old wound, even when the present moment is safe? And have you ever noticed how the hardest person to be gentle with is often the person in the mirror? Welcome back to the channel. Settle in, and let us take this journey together. Today we are going to explore two simple truths. First, self-worth is not something you earn by being perfect. It is something you remember when you stop abandoning yourself. Second, forgiveness is not saying that harm was acceptable. It is choosing to free your heart from carrying the extra weight of hatred and shame. Moment by moment, breath by breath, take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. If you can, let the shoulders drop a fraction. Let the jaw soften. Let the belly be human. If closing your eyes feels safe, you can close them. If it does not, keep them open and soften the gaze. I want to say something clearly at the start. If you have lived through experiences that left you feeling unsafe in your own body, your reactions are not weakness. They are intelligence. They are the nervous system doing its best to protect you. Sometimes that protection looks like hyper-alertness. Sometimes it looks like numbness. Sometimes it looks like sudden waves of fear, anger, or sadness. Sometimes it looks like trying to control everything. These are not character flaws. These are survival strategies. And here is the hope. Survival strategies can be honored and retired. They can be thanked and then gently replaced by practices that create real safety now. So let us begin where safety begins. The body. Feel the points of contact where you are supported. The chair, the bed, the floor, the simple truth of gravity holding you. The world does not need you to clench right now. You can let the ground do some of the work. Now notice the breath. You do not have to breathe deeply. Just notice. Inhale, exhale. The breath is a steady friend that does not ask you to explain your past before it shows up for you. As we continue, I will use language that stays respectful and gentle. We will not go into graphic detail. Healing does not require you to relive everything in vivid images. Often, healing is about learning to relate differently to what arises and learning to be present with your inner world without collapsing into it. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a person walking through a crowded market at dusk. The air is full of sound, vendors calling out, footsteps, laughter, the scrape of carts. People move around each other without thinking. But this person moves differently. They scan faces. They track exits. They keep their shoulders tight. They keep their breath shallow. They do not even realize they are doing it anymore. It feels normal. They stop at a stall where lanterns are hanging. The lanterns glow softly. The light is warm. The vendor smiles. The smile is kind, not intrusive. The person flinches anyway, not because the vendor did something wrong, but because an old memory lives in the body like a reflex. They buy a small lantern and carry it home. That night, they place the lantern in their room. They sit down. They turn it on. The light fills a corner of the room that used to feel heavy. And something simple happens. For the first time in a long time, they look at their own hands and do not judge them. They just see them. Hands that have carried so much. Hands that have tried to protect. Hands that have held on. This is where healing begins, not with a dramatic revelation, but with a small moment of warmth that breaks the routine of self-attack. Now, let us practice together. Bring a gentle attention to the chest. If that feels too intense, bring attention to the hands or the feet. Pick a place that feels neutral enough. And as you breathe, try this simple phrase in your mind. I am here with you. You do not have to be alone inside. If that phrase feels hard, that is okay. It is common for the inner world to resist kindness when you have learned that kindness is unsafe, unpredictable, or conditional. So, if resistance appears, do not force kindness like a command. Offer it like an invitation. Now we add a second practice, naming without drowning. Notice what is present in name. It's often tightness, heat, restlessness, numbness, sadness, fear, or even, I do not know. Naming is not labeling yourself. Naming is recognizing what is happening right now. When you name a feeling, you create a little space between you and the feeling. You remember that you are the witness, not the storm. There is an old wisdom that says suffering grows when we cling and resist. If we cling to how things should have been, the heart stays in a fight with the past. If we resist what we feel now, the feeling often grows louder. But if we allow what is present to be here with wise attention, it can move, it can shift, it can soften. Allowing is not approving. Allowing is acknowledging reality. Now let us talk about self-worth. Self-worth is often damaged not only by what happened, but by the story we tell ourselves afterward. The story might sound like, I should have known, or I should have prevented it, I should have been stronger, I should not feel this way now. That story is a second wound. So we practice changing the story, not by pretending, but by speaking the truth with compassion. Try this. My reactions make sense. My feelings make sense. I am learning to be safe again. Sometimes, the mind argues. It says, but I should be over it. Or, other people have it worse. Or, I do not deserve care. When that voice appears, do not fight it. Recognize it as an old protector. It believes harshness will prevent more pain. Thank it for trying to protect you. And then choose a wiser method. Now we arrive at forgiveness. And we must be careful here, because forgiveness is often misunderstood. Forgiveness does not mean what happened was okay. Forgiveness does not mean you owe someone access to you. Forgiveness does not mean you skip boundaries. Forgiveness does not mean you erase consequences. Forgiveness is an inner release. It is the decision to stop drinking poison in the hope that someone else suffers. Sometimes the first forgiveness is not even for another person. Sometimes the first forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiving yourself might sound impossible if you believe you failed. But what if we reframe it? What if you did not fail? What if you survived? What if your nervous system chose the best available option in an impossible moment? What if you did what you could with what you had? Self-forgiveness can begin as simply as this. I did not deserve harm. I deserve care now. Now let me tell you another story. Imagine a cup filled with water. Each day, you add a few drops of stress. A sharp comment you heard, a memory that returned, a sleepless night, a moment of panic, a moment of self-criticism. Drop by drop, the cup fills. And then, one day, something small happens, and the cup spills. You cry unexpectedly. You snap at someone. You shut down. You feel shame for feeling anything at all. Many people blame the small event, but the truth is, the cup was full. The spill is not proof of weakness. It is proof of accumulation. Healing is learning to empty the cup in healthy ways, little by little, before it spills. So we practice, we breathe, we rest, we speak kindly, we ask for support, we move the body, we build routines that tell the nervous system, you are safe now. And we keep coming back to the breath, because the breath is a bridge. It connects you to the present. It reminds you that you are here, not there. Now let us do a gentle inner child practice, but without forcing imagery. Think of a younger version of you. not in a detailed scene, just as a sense. I, younger you who needed protection, care, and steady love. Imagine sitting beside that younger you, like a calm friend. You do not have to say much. Presence is enough. Say silently, I believe you. I am sorry you went through that. I am here now. Notice what happens. Maybe the heart softens. Maybe tears come. Maybe nothing happens. All of it is okay. Healing is not a performance. Now let us talk about the body again. When people carry deep wounds, the body sometimes feels like a place you want to leave. You may feel disconnected, or you may feel too connected, flooded by sensations. The middle way is learning to inhabit the body gently, like returning to a home room by room. So we return to neutral sensations. The feet, the hands, the temperature of the air, the feeling of fabric on skin, the sound of the room, the rhythm of breath. These are simple anchors. Each time you choose an anchor, you teach the nervous system that presence can be safe. This is a kind of karma in the practical sense, cause and effect shaped by intention. When you repeatedly choose gentle presence, you build a new pathway. When you repeatedly choose self-attack, you deepen the old groove. So we practice the new groove. Now I want to address a common confusion about self-worth. Many people think self-worth is a belief, like a slogan you repeat until you feel it. That can help, but it is not the full picture. Self-worth is also built through behavior. When you treat yourself with basic care, the mind begins to believe you matter. So self-worth can be practiced like this. You eat enough. You sleep enough when possible. You drink water. You move the body in a kind way. You speak to yourself with respect. You set one boundary. You tell one trusted person the truth. You take one small step toward support. These actions are not trivial. They are declarations. They say, I am worth caring for. Now let us talk about shame. Because shame often, it's close to these topics. Shame says, I am bad. I am dirty. I am broken. I am too much. I am not enough. But shame is not an accurate narrator. Shame is an alarm that got stuck on. A wiser voice says, something happened. I feel pain. I need care. I can heal. Try this practice when shame appears. First, recognize. This is shame. Second, allow. Let it be here without agreeing with it. Third, investigate gently. Where do I feel it in the body? Fourth, nurture. Place a hand on the heart or belly and offer a kind phrase. May I be kind to myself. This is a simple structure that many people find helpful. It is not a magic switch. It is a path. Now let me bring this into daily life. Maybe you are at school, or at work, or with friends, and something triggers a wave of discomfort. Maybe it is a tone of voice. Maybe it is someone standing too close. Maybe it is a joke that lands wrong. Suddenly your body tenses, and your mind wants to disappear. In that moment, you can practice micro-safety. Feel your feet, press toes gently into the ground. Exhale longer than you inhale. Look around and name 5 objects quietly in your mind. This tells the brain, I am here now. Then if you can, choose a boundary. Step back. Change the subject. Leave the room. Ask for support. Boundaries are not rude. Boundaries are care. And after, speak kindly to yourself. That was hard. I handled it as best I could. I am learning. Now, forgiveness again. Sometimes people hear forgiveness and think it means letting someone off the hook. But real forgiveness can coexist with accountability. You can forgive and still report. You can forgive and still leave. You can forgive and still protect yourself. Forgiveness is about what you carry inside. If you are not ready to forgive, that is okay. For some people, the first step is simply releasing self-blame, or releasing the fantasy that the past could be changed, or releasing the hope that the person who harmed you will suddenly become safe. These releases are also forms of letting go, and letting go does not have to happen all at once. It can happen in layers. Now I want to share a third story. Imagine a bell that rings. The sound fills the air. Then it fades. The bell does not chase the sound. It does not cling to it. It does not fear it. It rings. And then it rests. Your emotions are like that. They arise. They move. They fade. But when you fear them, you keep them ringing. When you judge them, you keep them ringing. When you allow them, they can complete their natural cycle. So when a wave comes, you can say, here is fear, here is sadness, here is anger. And you can breathe with it like you would sit with a friend who is crying. You do not have to fix the friend to be present. Presence is already healing. Now, a very important note. If you are carrying experiences that feel heavy, it can be deeply helpful to work with a qualified professional, a counselor, a therapist, a trusted support person in real life. You do not have to do everything alone. Seeking support is not weakness. It is wisdom. And even if you are getting support, practices like this can help you build stability between sessions. They can help you create moments of safety in daily life. Now let us do another gentle practice, the practice of permission. Say silently, I give myself permission to heal at my own pace. I give myself permission to have boundaries. I give myself permission to rest. I give myself permission to be imperfect and still worthy. Notice how the nervous system responds to permission. Often it's offense, because so much suffering comes from inner pressure. Now let us bring in compassion for others, because compassion can sometimes feel easier when we start outward. Imagine someone you care about, someone you would protect. Imagine they told you they were struggling, that they felt ashamed, that they felt broken. Would you tell them to hate themselves? Would you tell them to hurry up and be fine? Of course not. You would speak gently. Now, try offering the same tone inward, not because you are selfish, but because you are human. Compassion is not limited. When you practice compassion for yourself, you have more to offer others without burning out. This is how wisdom and compassion become one path. Wisdom sees the causes and conditions. It sees patterns. It sees how trauma shapes reflexes. It sees how fear narrows attention. And compassion responds with warmth instead of punishment. Now we move toward the closing. And I want to leave you with something you can carry. Think of healing as a lantern, not a spotlight that erases darkness instantly. A lantern that gives you enough light for the next step. You do not need to see 10 years ahead. You only need the next breath, the next boundary, the next kind action. So here are 3 simple anchors to remember. First, return to the body, to the feet, to the breath. Second, name what is here without judgment. Third, offer one small act of care. If you do that, you are practicing self-worth in real time. As we come to the end, notice what has shifted, even slightly. Maybe the shoulders are lower. Maybe the jaw is softer. Maybe you feel a little more present. Do not chase a big outcome. Respect small changes. That is how practice becomes a life. Before we close, I want to speak to the part of you that wonders if you will ever feel normal again. That part is tired. That part wants certainty. So let us answer with honesty and hope. You may not become the person you were before, and that is not a tragedy. You can become a person with deeper wisdom, clearer boundaries, and a gentler heart. You can become someone who knows how to care for themselves. You can become someone who turns pain into compassion without turning it into self-punishment. I have seen people do this in quiet ways. Someone learns to sleep again, not perfectly, but better. Someone learns to say no without apologizing for existing. Someone learns to feel emotions without being swallowed. Someone learns to trust one safe person. Someone learns to stop blaming themselves. These are not small. These are life-changing. And it happens the same way, over and over. One breath, one kind sentence, one wise boundary, one step. If this helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment with what you noticed. Share your story as well, because someone else might hear your words and feel less alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care.